Girls lured to meet online stranger. Teenagers absolutely love being on the social media. They're all on their phones all the time. They use Facebook to stay in touch with their friends. They snap pictures and share them via Snapchat or Instagram. They plan what to buy by taking photos and sending them to their friends. In short, social media is a huge part of teenagers' lives nowadays. Unfortunately, through social media, they are also easily lured by thieves, child trafficking rings, and sexual predators. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get updated when we post new valuable content. Well, buckle up and let's get straight on into it. In a video by Kobe Person, he conducts an experiment to see how easily teenage girls could be convinced to come to meet him, when all they do is speak to him a few times in a chat room on social networking sites. He took permission from the parents of the girls before conducting the experiment. The parents were prepared to participate in the video. First, he made a fake profile on a social media site. Second, he communicated with all three girls and talked to them for a few days. Third, he asked to meet them in a place offline. The first girl readily agreed and told him to meet her in a nearby park, but she informed him that she would meet her in the dead of the night because she wanted to wait until her father was fast asleep before she could leave. She believed Kobe was 15. The second girl called over the person she thought was a teenage boy to her house while her father was out. The third one was willing to get aboard a van driven by a stranger. Her parents pretended to be crooks that wanted to attack her and kidnap her. She was petrified. In all cases, the parents believed they had discussed the matter quite firmly with their daughters before this experiment. They were all horrified at the actions of their children. According to the FBI, all these social networking sites are extremely dangerous for teens, and the practice of luring them out like this is common. Even with mass media attention on the hazards of social networking, the FBI receives hundreds of grievances per year about children who have been sufferers of criminal incidents through social networks. These incidents include adults who pose as children who are near the same age as the victim. They later travel to abuse the children. And adults who pose as children and persuade the child to expose themselves or perform sexual acts through a webcam, and later they extort the child into performing further sexual acts. Because of these social aspects of these apps, they often tell users to make a profile. These profiles have information such as their age, hobbies, gender, and interests. While these profiles help the children to connect with like-minded people and share common interests, people who want to extort kids can use these such online profiles that children upload about themselves to search for their potential victims. Teenagers sometimes consent to see who has the highest number of friends in their friends list and will add new, unknown people to their lists. Even if they do not know who these people are in real life, they easily trust people on social media because of the fake profiles people create. In today's age, every single person uses some sort of social media, be it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you don't use any of them, then chances are you are either living under a rock or on the moon. The most popular and most used of these sites is Facebook. It is also the most unsafe of them all, for you are never really sure how private your account is and how many of your posts can be seen by others. Some people don't realise the dangers of using Facebook when they readily accept any friend request that comes their way. Here's a blood-chilling story from an ex-police officer who shared that went viral on Facebook. She wanted to make everyone aware of the dangers of social media and wanted people to be even more careful than ever before. A woman regularly uses Facebook. She loves documenting her life on her profile, especially her little daughter's growth, for she is the pride and joy. One day, an unknown guy sends her a friend request. She looks up his profile and finds his display picture cute. Like every other time, a cute guy sends a request. The mother accepts this one too, thinking nothing of it. It's her baby girl's first day of school, and she couldn't be happier. She snaps dozens of pictures. Once the photo shoot is done, she chooses the best couple of pictures to share on Facebook. She wants to show off to her friends and family how much her baby girl has grown. It doesn't help that she looks so beautiful in all the outfits she has chosen for her. She's beaming from pride at her cute daughter. She quickly writes up a post talking about how time flies away and how quick they grow up. Before posting, she tags the new school. Meanwhile, the mystery guy that she has just accepted into her friends list that morning is saving that picture on his own device. He sends the picture of the woman's daughter in her cute outfit to more than 50 other men with the caption, "For sale." Yes, not only did the woman accidentally add a child trafficker to her account, but she also exposed her child's location to him. She handed him her daughter's exact location and name freely. When she went to pick her up at 3 p.m, her daughter was nowhere to be found. Little did she know her daughter was sold to a 43-year-old pedophile before she reached the school. She was on her way to South Africa with a bag over her head and scared out of her mind. She doesn't know where her parents are or who or what the scary old man who picked her up was going to do. Thankfully, police caught up with the child trafficker before the girl was harmed. Another horror social media story involves a 12-year-old girl from the Baltimore suburbs of Nottingham. On November 10, a 12-year-old girl left her home at 7:30 and headed for her middle school. She never returned home. When it was past time for her to come home, her mother called the school authorities. The school informed the mother that she never arrived at school. The mother was in shock to the core and hastily dialed the police. The Baltimore police worked around the clock with the FBI to find the missing child. After days of investigating, the first clue popped up. The police found out that an unfamiliar blue truck with a North Carolina license plate was seen by the neighbours near the young girl's home that very day. The investigations took place over 4 days, during which the police seized all the girl's electronic equipment. The police explained to the distraught parents that about 70% of young children already know their kidnappers and actually go out and meet them willingly, not knowing the kidnapper's intention. The police started with her Apple equipment, which is the easiest to trace. Thankfully, wherever she was taken, she had her iPod device with her. The police traced the device to a ranch house 340 miles away in Raleigh, North Carolina. This was where the police found the 12-year-old kidnapped girl with a 32-year-old probationer named Victor Yanex Arroyo. The girl was sent back to her family, but she had suffered a lot during her kidnapping. The man had sexually assaulted her in that house 2 times. Arroyo was arrested on the spot and he faced dozens of state and federal charges. Thanks to all the access to all her social media accounts, the Apple ID, the FBI and other law enforcement agencies had found her. While searching the girl's social media accounts, the police found incriminating evidence on her Xbox Live account. She had previously known Arroyo on her Xbox Live gamer tag. She had had conversations with many men, and she had also informed someone about how she was scared Arroyo would kidnap her and he knew her address. Her parents were in shock as they did not know that this was going on. They had thought of Xbox Live as a safe site. But what they didn't know was that no social media site is safe. People do not realize how many people are out to hurt you and your children. There are thousands of children who are kidnapped every day by horrible men for sinister purposes. Every day, children are sold through the black market and are smuggled into other countries where parents can never reach them. This type of knowledge needs to be more common. Parents should be careful themselves and also teach their children these important life skills. Accepting strangers' friends' requests and adding people you don't know is extremely unsafe. Parents should also avoid keeping their children's pictures as their display picture. Never post your pictures of your children's pictures with a location tag. This just leads horrible people to you and your children. Social media safety is a skill that all parents need to teach their children and also need to learn themselves. For more shocking, real-life stories, subscribe to our channel.